This article is about the demographic features of the population of Jordan, including population density, ethnicity, education level, health of the populace, economic status, religious affiliations and other aspects of the population. According to the OECD, World Bank, the Jordanian population increased from 1990 to 2008 by 2.7 million, an 86% growth in population, compared to 39% growth in Lebanon, 56% growth in Israel, 67% growth in Syria, and according to the U.S. Census, 106% growth in the Palestinian territories. It is estimated that half of Jordanians are of Palestinian roots, meaning that the two populations interbred. In addition, there are minorities such as Circassians, Chechens, Armenians, and refugees such as Iraqis, Syrians, and Assyrians. There are also hundreds of thousands of guest workers from Egypt, Syria, Indonesia, and South Asia, who work as domestic and construction employees. The official language is Arabic. English is used widely in commerce and government. About 70% of Jordan's population is urban. Less than 6% of the rural population is nomadic or semi-nomadic. Most people live where the rainfall supports agriculture. Definition: the territory of Jordan can be defined by the history of its creation after the end of World War I, the League of Nations, and redrawing of the borders of the Eastern Mediterranean littoral. The ensuing decisions, most notably the Sykes-Picot Agreement, which created the mandatory Palestine. In September 1922, Transjordan was formally identified as a subdivision of the Mandate Palestine after the League of Nations approved the British Transjordan Memorandum, which stated that the Mandate east of the Jordan River would be excluded from all the provisions dealing with Jewish settlement west of the Jordan River. Vital statistics. UN estimates registered births and deaths, fertility rate, and CBR. Structure of the population, refugees, ethnic and religious groups. Arabs. Native Jordanians are either descended from Bedouins, or from the many deeply rooted non-Bedouin communities across the country, most notably Al Salt City west of Amman, which was at the time of Emirate the largest urban settlement east of the Jordan River, along with the indigenous communities in Al-Husn, Aqaba, Irbid, Al-Kari, Madaba, Jerash, Ajlan, Fuhais, and Pella. In Jordan, there is no official census data for how many inhabitants have Palestinian roots, but they are estimated to constitute half of the population, which in 2008 amounted to about 3 million. Palestinian Central Bureau of Statistics put the number at 3.24 million in 2009. There are more than 2 million registered Palestinian refugees in Jordan as of January 2012. Around 58,000 Iraqis are estimated to live in Jordan as of January 2015. There are a few thousand residents of Lebanese origin who came to Jordan when civil strife and war broke out in the native country. They primarily reside in Amman. Armenians. There were an estimated 5,000 Armenians living within the country in 2009. An estimated 4,500 of these are members of the Armenian Apostolic Church, and predominantly speak the Western dialect of the Armenian language. This population makes up the majority of non-Arab Christians in the country. Assyrians. There is an Assyrian refugee population in Jordan. Many Assyrians have arrived in Jordan as refugees since the invasion of Iraq, making up a large part of the Iraqi refugees. Circassians obtained Ottoman citizenship since 1887, immigrated to Jordan, and they selected Amman They settled in several cities such as Jerash and Zarqa, and established their own village, Wadi az-Sur. The Circassians played a role in the history of Transjordania, and are famous for the loyalty to Abdullah of Jordan and his family, obtaining the Transjordan citizenship in the Law of Citizenship that was issued in 1928, while other tribes obtained the citizenship in 1930 or later. Over the years, various Circassians have served in distinguished roles in Jordan, including the first ever mayor of Amman Ismail Babouk, a Prime Minister Sarbak quoted al-Mufti, ministers, high-ranking officers, etc. Circassians formed the Hashemites honor guard at the royal palaces, and represented Jordan in the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo in 2010, joining other honor guards such as the Airborne Ceremonial Unit. The Circassians are Sunni Muslims and are estimated to number 120,000 persons, or 2% of Jordanian population, while accounting for 5% of Amman's residents. Chechens. There are about 10,000 Chechens estimated to reside in Jordan. Mandaeans. Until recently, most Mandaeans were Iraqi, but this religious minority fled the country in the face of this violence, and the Mandaeans community in Iraq faces extinction. Out of the over 60,000 Mandaeans in Iraq in the early 1990s, only about 5,000 to 7,000 remain there as of early 2007. Over 80% of Iraqi Mandaeans were refugees in Syria and Jordan as a result of the Iraq War. Education. The era of King Hussein of Jordan saw increased school enrollment rates, which resulted in a rapid rise in the literacy rate in Jordan. At the beginning of his reign in 1952, the literacy rate was 33% and grew to 85% in 1996, according to the 2009 estimate. It is now 94% of the total population. Population demographic statistics. The following demographic statistics are from the CIA World Fact Book, unless otherwise indicated. Total population 6,508,887, 18,117,564 including refugees of the Syrian civil war. Gender ratio at birth 1.06 male, female 0 to 14 years, 1.05 male, female 15 to 24 years, 1.05 male, female 25 to 54 years, 1 male, female 55 to 64 years, 0.95 male, female 65 years and over, 0.89 male, female. Total population 1.02 male, female. Age structure 0 to 14 years, 35.42% 15 to 24 years, 20.25% 25 to 54 years, 36.12% 55 to 64 years, 4.3% 65 years and over, 3.91% median age. Total 22 years, male 21.7 years, female 22.4 years. Population growth rate 2.338%, 0.83% birth rate 25.37 births 1,000. Population death rate 3.79 deaths 1,000. Population net migration rate 5.97 migrant 1,000. Population minus 13.24 migrant 1,000. Population urbanization. Urban population 83.7% of total population. Rate of urbanization 3.79%. Annual rate of change. Maternal mortality rate 58 deaths 100,000 live births. Infant mortality rate 14.25 deaths 1,000 live births. Live Expectancy at birth. Total population 80.18 years. Male 78.82 years. Female 81.61 years. Total population 74.35 years. Male 73 years. Female 75.78 years. Total fertility rate 3.36 children born. Woman 3.17 children born. Woman. Health expenditures 7.2% of GDP. Physicians density 2.56 physicians 1,000. Population. Hospital bed density 1.8 beds 1,000. Population. Obesity. Adult prevalence rate 28.1%. Children under the age of 5 years underweight 3%. Languages. Arabic is the official language of Jordan. English is widely understood among the educated and the upper and middle classes. Literacy. Definition: aged 15 and over can read and write. Total population 92.6%. Male 95.8%. Female 93%.